Now, you guys, we were in our last live, which was like 5 minutes ago. I talked about there's a storm, the temperature is dropping. How do we protect our plants? So we're outside protecting our warm weather plants. We have some plants that's inside that need to go outside. So, as I probably mentioned a couple of videos, that I'm going to be cleaning up my gardens. I have both of them, and we have some plants that are very large and they are fighting quite a lot of pest pressure, and they're thriving. Tomatoes, well, the tomatoes, they're not under pressure, but we have our Swiss chard, huge blossoming. We have this Swiss chard. We have tons of plants. We have some red mustard that are thriving, even though they're going through all the excitement. But I don't like all the excitement, especially since I have other plants that are here. I don't want them to have to worry about, what's happening here. Now, we are having a sudden drop, but these are plants that can deal with that weather. So we're going to take them from here to here and let them get some nice sunlight. I mean, well, the front doesn't have that much sunlight, but they're going to enjoy some nice cool breeze, tons of rain. It's going to be raining all day today. So getting a nice water, and it's actually a storm, which in the back, our south-facing plants have been secured. Our south-facing spring plants are being secured for the drop in temperature and the rain weather. And our north-facing winter plants are going to go outside and get some good rain. So I'm Angeline Verdant, and you're going to be hanging out with Angeline and the team today as we get these plants out. For more information, visit us at avgardyn.com. And you can join the cultivators at patreon.com/Angeline Verdant, VERDNT. It's a good day to garden. Let's get started. First person going out is the Swiss chard. It's cold. They can take the cold. They like the cold. They need to go. So yeah, we're going to do this second. So let's get this out and get this outside. This is his own ecosystem here, which is doing pretty good. Just gonna put this back in here, and let's take this out to the front. A lot of stuff that was going on inside. We're gonna get them all off. So we're gonna hose this down. Now our plants are growing right behind me, so I'm rinsing it off on this side. Then I'll plant it. Usually I cut down the plants, but the weather is so nice, and we're gonna get so much rain. I'm like, I don't think that's necessary. This green and yellow is really nice. I think it'll look nice and pretty. All right, we got most of them off, and we're gonna bury it a little deeper up to its neck. Let's get I'm gonna break this. So to prevent root damage, I just kind of break it, and that's it, and take it off. Sometimes I leave it on there. In the yard you can see a couple of them, but this plant grows really large, so we're just gonna kind of snap it off and peel it. It is biodegradable. But it will biodegrade eventually. It's not biodegradable where it's biodegrading now. It's better than other plastic, like the top part that isn't biodegradable. But I need that, so don't want to damage the roots too much. So I just snap it and let it take the pieces out. So at least it has a room to grow. Then we have this part. There we go. So we got our Swiss chard out. Everywhere I'm going, hitting a root. There's like networks of roots underneath here. We're gonna stick this into that network of roots. There we go. And we're gonna give our yellow Swiss chard an outdoor experience. So yeah, usually I do cut back the leaves to make it easier for the plants to grow in. However, right now we have high pest pressure, so I did that with this plant, And as you can see with this one and then the collard over there that recently went out, the pest came and ate it too low, and then the plant's having some trouble recovering. Here, if they start eating, the plant still be able to recover because there's enough leaves for them to eat and the plant to recover. I'm not watering in because, as I mentioned in our earlier video, there's a storm coming. So I'm just bringing them outside so I can get the water in. It can get watered and some fresh air, and I'm emptying out the garden. I'm taking out a lot from the garden. So these are some of the other ones that came out. As you can see, the pest pressure was quite heavy outside, but you know, we let them grow, and eventually the pests disperse, and we have our nice collards and mustards. And as you can see over there were a lot. Over here, not so many. I've also added some onions throughout, so we'll probably start seeing the onion sparks after the rain. So these are tulips that have started to come up. We don't have as many tulips on this side, and this is a big circular plant, which I never liked. I'm trying to this is where I'm going to be putting the cabbage. I want the cabbage to take up that space of that plant. And then this is our iceberg lettuce that bolted inside. So we took it outside, we did the same thing, planted it in. It is now growing again. We're gonna let this grow up, seed, and then we'll get our seeds. So this is literally my little seed area. I bring, that's why you can see a lot of the pieces. I bring the plants out here. They turn into nice pretty flowers, the lettuce, they seed, and then they drop. Now some of them, the mustard was on this side, and we have like little teeny mustard plants that have come up from seeding last year. But yeah, our tulips come in, and then this circle here is where our lilies come in, so I'm leaving that area clear. So, all right, so let's go get some more plants. Taking out said plants. So we're just gonna cover this up because we don't want algae going in the machine. And we're gonna then take out, I should take out all the plants we're taking out first and then just go outside. So I'm gonna be taking out this mustard. The way the leaves are curling up tells me that there's probably some stuff in there. There we go. Having a good time, but the roots are in really good condition. This plant is very healthy. So this is where the plants, they kind of thrive regardless. And you just have to, well, inside, you can't just wait it out. Outside, you get some beneficial pests come in, they go in and out of season. Outside is different. Inside, on the other hand, there's nothing to stop them. I mean, unless you get some beneficial mites or some other, you can't see. So this one first. Here's gonna rinse off the Swiss chard. And we're gonna bury it up to here. So then all this has the time to grow. You can see this is a much older plant. We've been eating Swiss chard off of it this whole time. So that's what this whole long line is. Some pretty good soil. This soil is a little easier. Less trees over here. But we're going to be burying this one a lot deeper. Because as you can see, it's deeper in there. We're going to be burying it all the way to where it's going up to. And again, I'm not watering in because we are expecting a rainstorm. So there we go. So we got red on this side and yellow on the other side. And then this mustard, again, when you see the leaves curl, that means they're probably in there hanging out. And they're curling the leaves because it's like they're making the environment, they're sucking the energy out of the leaves. So they're making the environment great for them. And then walking over and going to other plants. Yeah, see how the leaves are very, very weak. You just lightly touch them and they kind of crack. Let's see, let's keep rinsing. Just gonna hold this off, but this one has really good roots. My goodness, this plant is nice and strong. This would be a very large plant if it wasn't for the pests draining all the energy out. let's see. Yeah. So basically, I plant them, I let them grow. Of course, these leaves are not going to eat. The ones that the pests were living in, we're not going to eat. But eventually new leaves will grow, and then we'll harvest those. That's the same thing with almost all these plants that have heavy pest pressure. You know, the first few, eventually the pests go out of season, and then what grows after that, we harvest those, and the ones that were damaged from the pest population, we get rid of. But for now, since we're transferring them, we leave them on so that they can get some good air and everything. But this plant's really, really strong, has really good roots. Let's break this one out. Let me see if it could probably slide out. No. We're just gonna break this one out and get it out of this little container there. I'm gonna come pick those up soon. And then let's see where we're gonna put this. Now, we're gonna put it in a place that doesn't get, well, over there gets a lot more sun. I guess we'll put it in between these two plants. They don't get too much sun. I mean, they will fill in the shrubs, and then this can be under the shade. Turn the hose off and then squeeze the water out. So these, the broken pieces, these are going to throw out, and those we reuse. All right, so now we're going to check and see what else we can bring out. Some of these are going to be going. All right, let's see what else we have going on here. So we have all our tomatoes, our onions can care less. Our chives can care less. I'm gonna let them come out when we our iceberg has to be in here because it's definitely too cold. I mean, too hot. Well, it might be too hot in here. This pepper is still there. We'll probably carry that out, but not today because today is very cold. It was going to be colder. And then our thyme is doing fine. Our lavender is in there growing. And this is mostly tomatoes. We have 2 iceberg and basil. Our basil is flowering. Our basil couldn't take the pressure. So it went to flower immediately. It said, oh, can't deal with this. Then on this one I want to take out. So pretty. Not sure where I'm going to put it though. It's so vibrant and large. But I'll take this one out probably on our next adventure. We'll take this one out. Our dill is doing very well. I think our dill is going to be visiting. All right, and then this one, these plants are doing good too. This pepper plant, regardless of all of the excitement, is thriving throughout, although under a lot of pressure. Well, thank you very much for joining and clearing out some of our garden. We're clearing out little by little on both sides so we can do our deep clean. And these plants are ready. And they're almost there. So we got some Tokyo Benia. We got our butterhead is up. Our cucumbers are up. So this is our timeline. When these plants are ready, we have to have our garden clean and ready to go. Well, thank you very much for joining us. It's been Angeline and the team. For more information, visit us at avgardener.com. And don't forget to join the Cultivators at patreon.com/Angeline Verdant, Verdent. Thank you very much for joining, and I will see you guys next time. Remember to stay green always. Bye for now.